Since this is my first video on YouTube, my first vlog anyway on YouTube, I'm just gonna say welcome to the crew. That's gonna obviously change later on, but hello, welcome to the crew. Today I'm going to be showing you a little bit of how I made my brand new sticker packs, and it's these cute little cat stickers. There's more of them, but you'll see that later. Right now I'm recording on my webcam, but throughout the rest of the video I'm going to be recording both on my webcam and on my iPhone, so quality is going to dip here and there, and it's going to be a little different with each shot, but please bear with me. So yeah, let's get into the process of making some stickers, Okay, so the first thing I want to show you guys is how the stickers are set up in Procreate as individual files. And I'm not going to run down my drawing process because I've already done that in a Patreon video. If you want to see more on that, go to Patreon and subscribe there. But as far as how they're actually laid out, so we have the main art, which is just this guy. And that's the whole art. As you can see, there's a bunch of layers in here with all of the different aspects, the shadows, the highlights, everything else. And then the main thing, especially when you're making stickers, that you want to worry about is the outline. Now for these, I just did a white outline. If you're printing your own stickers, you can really do any color, just as long as you make it an outline. And since I'm kind of delving into how to make stickers on Cricut, what you want to do is definitely make sure that your outline is as smooth as it can possibly be. So what I use is a streamline rounded brush that I created myself, and that's based on the Studio Pen with a few settings tweaked here and there. So yeah, Streamline Rounded is the brush I use. Maybe I'll make that available if people are interested as like a download or something. I don't know how to do that, but I'll try and figure it out. And yeah, so do the outline as smooth as you can, as simple as you can, and yeah, make sure there's no background. So background color in Procreate, turn that off. And then when you go to share it, make sure you share it as a PNG. And then, I'm not going to show you guys that, but export it as you would any other file. For me, I bring it into Illustrator, which I'll show you in a second. And yeah, so I always export to Google Drive because I have a PC. So I export to Google Drive and then put it into Illustrator from there. But you can do however you want. You can put it straight into the Cricut software, or you can put it into Illustrator if you have that, or any other design software really, as long as you're capable of exporting a PNG file of everything at the very end. Okay, let's jump over to Illustrator and I'll show you how the actual file is set up. Okay, now we've jumped over into Illustrator, and as you can see, I have all the different files. I have them grouped already, but basically what you want to do is drag them into Illustrator. Since they're PNGs, you'll want to embed them. Make sure you do that. Embed your PNGs always. And then drag them into an arrangement that works for the sheet that you're printing. And here's another thing that I don't see a lot of Cricut videos talking about that I would like to address and tell you guys is that the sizing for Cricut is very specific. The actual printable area on Cricut, because of, I'll show you later, because of the way that the Cricut actually reads and recognizes the lines and where to cut, it needs to be a specific size, and that size is 6.75 inches wide by 9.25 inches high. And that's going to be your actual printable area via Cricut. And when we go into the Cricut software, I'll show you more on that. So basically, I have all of these grouped, and what you want to do is just center them in the sheet, and you're done. Obviously, you need to go export as, do a PNG, and make sure the background is transparent on your PNG, and also make sure you're clicking Use Artboard, and that'll make it the correct size. Okay, now let's jump over to the Cricut software, and I think that might be the last thing before we start printing and I show you guys all the fun stuff. Okay, now we're in the Cricut software, Cricut Design Space. Make sure you have the most recent one and that you're running that. You can see a few other projects here that I have. You can even see the Cats and Hats project that I already have set up, but I'm going to show you how to set it up just from scratch so that you know. So you go to New Project, and it's going to bring this up, and this might look a little intimidating at first, but once you get used to it, it's totally not. It's super easy to use. Then you go to Upload, and I already have the picture uploaded, but if you didn't, you would just go to Upload Image and drag and drop your PNG. So I'm just going to click the one that I have uploaded already, and you'll go to Insert Images here. So that will bring it in, and because of the DPI for your print on the PNG, since it's, you know, different DPI, it's blah, 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 blah. Basically, what you're going to want to do is size this down to that size that we talked about, and there's a really easy way to figure this out. It's not just guesstimating. You can actually see right here, it's going to be a little hard to see on screen maybe, but there is a little exclamation mark in a triangle, and that tells you that it's too big to print. So go down here and zoom out a little bit until you see this resizing button, and you're just going to want to drag and drop that, and you basically just want to keep going until you are at the right size. And there we go. So that's going to be the size that you need. You can see there, right by the eyeball here, the little exclamation point went away. And if I size it back up, it comes back. So easy way to do that. You don't have to guesstimate. You can just, you know, do it like that, and it's easy. And now one other thing before we actually start making the stickers and printing them is, since these guys are die cut, as you can see, they're not like a sticker sheet, they're actually die cut out of the backing paper. What you're going to want to do is, on the Cricut, you're going to want to have it on vinyl. Now, one other note, obviously, is that I'm using a specific label paper that you might not be using. So obviously, it's going to vary a little bit depending on what paper you're using. But I'm using the Online Labels blank white inkjet sticker sheets. I'm not using the weatherproof ones yet. I'm gonna get some, but they were like double the price. So I'm just using the regular ones for now. But yeah, so if you're using those specifically, you can just use the same settings that I'm using here. And that is gonna be, there's a trick to die cutting the whole sticker. And that's just gonna be duplicating it. And you're going to want to duplicate it 3 times so that you have 4 copies of it. And then hold Shift and select all of them and go to align up here and go align left and align top. And then they'll be perfectly centered on top of each other. And basically what that does is when you print it, it's only going to print it once because it's only one image. But in the Cricut software, it reads that as, hey, I need to cut this 4 times. So what it'll do is it'll cut around that outline that we made 4 separate times, and that will make it a die cut. Okay, and then just save your project, and then go to make it. Oops, one other thing that I forgot to do is select all of them, and this is important. Select all of them and go to attach. Really important. Still figuring this out, but really important. Attach. And now you go to make it, and you can see here there's one project and one sheet, and it'll show you how the sheet is actually supposed to be done on your Cricut mat. So in my instance, I'm gonna put the frog and the strawberry up top and make sure that they're facing this direction, and we'll be good to go. Okay, so now I'm going to print the file that I actually have, and we'll go from there. I'll show you the whole printing process and the cutting process, and then I'll show you my packaging and everything else. Hello, voiceover Zach here. So as you can see, I'm taking a piece of the Online Labels sticker sheet and loading it into my Epson XP 15,000 printer. 15,000 is the craziest number they could have possibly put on the end of the printer. Make me say it a bunch of times. So here the printer is in action. It's going to be printing out the sticker, or sticker pack rather. And yeah, it's just on 8.5 by 11 sheets. So the stickers end up being like 3 inches each, which I find is a really nice size for most things, especially water bottles and planners and stuff. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take the sticker sheet and put it on the Cricut Light Grip mat. That's the mat that came with the Cricut Explore Air 2. It's just a 12 by 12 mat, pretty regular. When you're putting on the sheets, you want to make sure you're lining it up with the corners as much as you possibly can. And just make sure that it's nice and straight on there. Yeah, smooth it out a little bit. Pop it down, give it some pats, and you're good to go. Now what you want to do is open up your Cricut and load in the Light Grip mat. And what you're going to want to do is line it up with the left side and push it in just a little bit, and then pop that button there, and it'll feed itself in. And then you're going to want to double check that you are on the vinyl setting, which I am, and then you hit the Cricut button there, and it starts the cutting process. Obviously, it doesn't find the lines as quick as this. This is very sped up. Here is the actual speed of things, but I figured I should leave in the Cricut finding the lines just so you kind of get the idea. And then it starts cutting, and it takes a little while. You know, it takes a few minutes for each sheet, but it's not too bad. You know, I figure I can do other things, get other things ready while it's cutting, and it's not a big deal. And now I know that you all want to see this nice close-up action. I know that I am still mesmerized by it every time I see it. I want to just get down by my Cricut and watch it every single time it cuts, just because it's so mesmerizing to watch. I love seeing it in action, and it's just really, really fun to watch, albeit a little slow, I guess. So yeah, this is the second pass, and then it does 2 more passes, and for that 4 that we talked about earlier. And then it's done cutting, and now comes maybe the best part, which I am always just absolutely so excited for. Peeling the backing paper. Oh, isn't that so sweet? And then you're just left with the stickers left over on the mat, and they look so clean. It's amazing. So now I'm going to show you how to get the stickers off of the sheet or off of the cutting mat, because you don't want to just peel them off. What you want to do is take the mat and you want to fold the mat over so that the stickers start coming off on their own, and then take your scraper tool and one by one scrape them off, and that'll keep them nice and flat. And then always put your protective cover back on the cutting mat, of course. And yeah, these are the stickers. They came out super great. Almost forgot my little frog friend there. Super happy with how they came out though. And now what I'm going to show you is the packaging, which is also super fun. I use these little clear bags. They are plastic. I eventually want to use something a little more biodegradable, but I have to, unfortunately, for price reasons, go with the plastic sheets for now. And then, yeah, these are my little topper cards that I made specifically for this sticker pack. They're called Cats and Hats. And yeah, I figured, might as well have a little logo on top of them. So I'll show you how I apply that in just a second here. And this little guy is called a bone knife, and I'll also show how that's used in just a second. It's really important though if you want to have little topper cards or anything that's cardstock that's folded, and I'll explain why in just a little bit. So yeah, I put the stickers into the clear plastic bag, making sure that they are facing the right way. The backing is self-adhesive, so you just take a little strip off the back there, and they always get stuck to my fingers. And then I like to smooth out the thing. So this is where the bone knife comes in. See that line down there on the topper card? That is where I want it to fold, obviously. So what you do is you take the bone knife and you press hard, but not like super hard. And you just go along that line, and it makes it so the card just folds right where the line is. And there it is. And then you can just match it right up. I made sure my measurements were all good to match the plastic bag there. Yeah, and then from there I get an envelope that I have custom printed with a cute little "Please Don't Bend Me" sticker, or not sticker, little decal on it. And then the envelopes that I bought came with these nice little cards, which is perfect because the cards act as a protector. And then I always, put in a little extra goodie, a little extra sticker or something. And then, yeah, from there, I just package it up, and it's good to go. Good to write the addresses on and put the shipping on. Okay, and that is how I make these little sticker packs, Cats in Hats. Got my little logo on the back, little friendly cat up front. Cute little stuff. Yeah, so that's how I make those, and that's basically the process for every sticker. I don't always package stickers in these, especially if they are just like individual stickers like this guy. That'll just go in the envelope with a couple other goodies and, whatever else. So that'll go in the envelope as a protective sleeve. But when it's a pack like this, I like to put in a little more effort. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my process. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm still learning a few things here and there, but I hope I was able to teach you how to make your own stickers. And if you have a sticker shop, if you make your own stickers, definitely leave a comment below and tell me. I'd be more than happy to check out your stickers and see what you're all about. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. Be sweet to yourselves and those around you. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.